All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Do you guys want some buy or sell examples today? Let me know, guys.
I'd say let's go for the uptrend. So I'll go like I'll, I'll go like let's go like oh sorry bro. Let's go like
You're good, bro.
yeah I say uptrend. So like like I'll like buys.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Heck yeah. All right, cool. Let's go ahead, guys. We'll go ahead and get started with the continuation move, and then I'll go ahead and break down the change of character, head and shoulder, and how to react when market conditions change. Right. So, guys, anytime the market is trending and it's going up, and you can see this, don't fight the trend. Do not fight the trend. If you can see that the market is continuing and order flow is actually really, really nice, why are you going to try to fight the trend, guys? Honestly, right? We have no control in any type of movement in this market, right? So if we can clearly see that we have a BOS to the upside, let's continue with that market. Anytime you see a break of structure, guys, right? BOS stands for break of structure. Anytime that you can see that, that's letting you know that's a continuation. Market wants to continue higher, right? Anytime that we get a BOS market, we're looking for the market to go higher, right? Higher. And how do we capitalize when the market is in an uptrend, right? My bad. Right? Market is in an uptrend. How can we capitalize? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and break that down for you guys today. Give me a second. All right. Right. Once we get this BOS, guys, there's gonna be something that we need to see in this area here. Once we see this breakout, there's something that we need to identify so we can go ahead and mark that up and catch these buys. Right. Anytime we get a breakout, yes, ma'am, we need to find an SP. Anytime that we get a breakout to the upside and we can see that market gave me a BOS, we need to find a certain something so we can go ahead and take an opportunity off that, right? And we like to call those starting points. We like to call those starting point moves. So let me go ahead and mark this up. Let me see if I can go ahead and send this way. Awesome. So let's go ahead and break it down with the candles, right? Let's go ahead and shrink this thing up a little bit. Awesome. Market is in an uptrend right now. So we need for market to create structure, right? That's the thing with levels, guys. Sometimes it's about, like most of the time it's about waiting, but you have to identify the structure. You have to actually let the structure to form. You have to let structure form. And sometimes, especially when I first started, I was trading while the structure was being formed, right? And then I'm like, bro, why am I getting clapped? Or why is this so hard? Like, why is this harder than it needs to be? Right. And you're literally trading while market structure is being formed, right? But when you let the market structure form and you sit back and wait, things start to become easy. Well, at this point, guys, we know we have a higher high and a higher low. So in order to get this BOS move, right, I need for the market to break out to the upside, right? So let's go ahead. I know that I need this BOS. Need BOS for buy opportunity. Awesome. So now, guys, anytime the market wants to consolidate back and forth, that's okay, right? We haven't taken any buys yet. But once the market breaks out, that's when we're looking for that starting point, so we can go ahead and take the opportunity. So that's why I like drawing this out with the line and giving me the confirmation that I absolutely need this break of structure so we can look for buy opportunities. If market's just in here consolidating, guys, right? If market's just chilling inside, bouncing off this line, well, then we don't have to look for buys yet. Market isn't ready. The market will tell you when it's ready. Now, Vinny, how do I know when it's ready? Right? Well, when the market starts to go ahead and break and close above, boom, that's your hint. The market's letting you know I'm ready to go. So let's go ahead and find that starting point so we can go ahead and continue up. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a one if that makes sense. So I like to draw this line here, guys. I don't do this just for you. Like I do this for myself as well. Right? To let me know, hey, I just gotta wait. Just sit on your hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. We need a rally breakout, guys. That's the key, right? When we get this breakout, we need to see a rally, right? So let's go ahead. A rally or a nice strong breakout that gives me confidence. So let's go. Market's pushing up. Market's pushing up. We get a little pullback, right? A little pullback. And then we get a nice strong push up to the upside. Awesome. 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 So check me out, guys. We finally got this break of structure, right? Market did, in fact, break and close above this black line, right? So let's just change this, right? Let's just update because we got the break of structure. Let's just go ahead, label it BOS. It's been confirmed, right? Now look, check this out. Guys, when we see a breakout like this is a good thing, but don't have FOMO, right? Because you see this rally, you see this crazy momentum, you want to get in right now, which means you're probably like when you're beginning, right? I know I did this a lot. So I'm letting you guys know when you guys see this, you're not late to the party. You're not late to the party, right? You have to sit tight and wait right here. Let other people make this mistake on trying to buy momentum, right? Let other people make that mistake. Now, let me tell you why you should let them make the mistake. Because when you start to see, I need an arrow. I need an arrow. All right. When you see people, when the market is breaking out and the market is pushing, right? You're gonna see people buy here when the candle close here, and here, right? But look, that's not what we do as levels traders, right? We got to identify the rally breakout and then follow that breakout, guys, back down to the last selling candle, right? So let's go ahead. 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, boom, right here. This last selling candle before the rally breakout, that's my starting point. Now, why is this my starting point, Vinny? You keep saying that's your starting point, but I don't understand what that means exactly. Well, this is the last selling candle, right? The last selling candle that started this move. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. That's why we call this candle the starting point, because it literally started this move, right? Now, once we, yo, what's up, Fig? What's good, bro? But look, once we find this starting point right here, right, that's our entry. We want to enter buys there, but we have to look for a stop loss. So when you find your starting point, let's find the lowest wick in that area, right? We'll use that as our wick. That will be my stop loss, right? This is my stop loss. So look, guys, this is where I want to look for buys. Well, other people are buying this momentum. We're going to wait for buys right here. We want to wait for buys right here. Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward is what we're looking for. Let's just move this back down a little bit. I wouldn't say it's the same thing because I think an order block actually comes before, like it needs a starting, an imbalance, right? So when you have a last selling candle, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, now if you guys are smart money traders, you guys can definitely let me know, right? When it comes to the order block, you need a selling candle, and then the next candle needs to create an imbalance. So a nice move like that. And then this would be considered an order block. But not every starting point is an order block. And it could be, right? A starting point could be an order block, but I don't want to say that every starting point is an order block, right? So you're going to definitely have to do your smart money research. But what a starting point is, bro, that's supply and demand, pretty much. We just call it a starting point because it's easier for people to understand. But that's supply and demand. So, demand, we buy low, and then at supply, we buy high, right? So let's go ahead. Does that make sense? Is it George or Jorge? You're gonna have to unmute for that one.
It's George, bro.
Heck yeah, bro. Let's get it. All right, guys. So boom. We have our 1 to 3. This is where we want to buy, guys. We're gonna sit tight right here. Okay. Let me tell you why you don't want to buy this momentum. You don't want to have that urge to be like, yo, the market's gone right now. We have to start getting into trades. That's not what we want to do, right? Because we want buys down here. So what needs to happen is, well, the market's going to drop and come all the way back down to my entry. So anybody who just bought this momentum is now either taking a loss or a break even, or is in drawdown right now heavily. Does that make sense, guys? Right. So we don't want to buy momentum. We want to find that starting point. What last selling candle started this massive breakout? Right. So let's go ahead, guys. So obviously, once it's in this buy zone, like this is what we want. We're not waiting. Go ahead and take your trade. You know where your stop loss is supposed to go. Right. I'm doing this for the beginners because I know we have a lot of beginners on this call. We had I believe over 100 coming to the family within this last month. So this is the easy way to go about it, guys, right? As soon as market gets into your starting point, this whole blue zone is a buy zone, a buy opportunity zone, right? So that's where you want to buy. That's where you want to take your trade opportunity. You know where your stop loss goes. As soon as you're in the trade, guys, there's nothing much you can do. You did your job, right? I was with Mr. Teacup, and he said, once I'm like, someone asked the question, is like, what do you do when you're in a trade or something like that? And how do you manage it? He goes, he don't. As soon as it's in profit enough, he goes to break even, and then he lets Jesus take the wheel. You know what I'm saying? You find your setup, and then you let God do the work. You know what I'm saying? So once it's in your zone, guys, do what you got to do. And we're expecting this market to continue up and go in our direction. Does that make sense, guys? And continue making new highs. Continue making new highs. So in essence, we have the same thing. It's just broken down a little more, right? We have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then it would look like this. Same thing. Break a structure, right? So let's move this around just a little bit. Let's do this, move this around just a little bit. So let's move this. Let's just adjust this real quick. Boom. So look, we have a brand new break of structure, guys. So we have to find the very last selling candle that gave us the rally breakout, right? The breakout happens at this black line. The breakout happens at this black line, and this is my 2-candle rally. So where's my starting point, guys? Is it this one down here or this one right here? Is it the red one or the black one? If you guys want to annotate, let's go. Let's go, family, right? Don't be fooled with the first rally. Don't be fooled with the first rally, guys. We're not worried about this one. We want the rally that breaks structure. The rally that breaks structure. So when you see this black line and you have it here, that's why it's so important, because you're leaving it there to remind yourself that as soon as market breaks and closes above that black line, boom, we have a breakout. That's your BOS. Now let's follow this breakout rally back down to the last selling candle. 1, 2, boom, right here. That's my starting point. So now I'm catching this next trade, right? BOS, BOS. Find your starting point. Find your starting point. BOS, BOS. Find your starting point. Find my starting point. So let's go ahead. We found the buy opportunity that we were looking for. Let's see. Awesome. All right, we found the buy opportunity that we're looking for. right? Now we need to go ahead and find my stop loss. Once I find my starting point, guys, let's go ahead and find the lowest wick in that area, and that will be my stop loss. So let's go ahead and adjust everything, because now we are catching continuation moves. Boom. So again, when market comes back, we're looking to take more buys and continue with the trend. Does that make sense, guys? Give me a 5 if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense for you guys. If you have any questions, please unmute. I know we have a lot of new people in the last month, so if you guys have any questions, unmute. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Sure. Oops. Boom. It will be the same thing, right? I'm not going to change the color of the candle. It'll take too long, but same thing, right? We have lower lows, lower high, lower low. We got to break a structure to the downside. So in this case, we need to find the last buying candle before the breakout rally, right? So this would be the buying candle. Oops, my mouse going crazy. And that would be your selling starting point, right? With your stop loss at the high. Same thing here, right? We get the rally breakout. These candles would be red on my chart, right? We get the rally breakout to the downside. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Once we get this rally breakout, find your starting point, find your stop loss, and let's continue with the sales. Does that make sense, bro? And we'll look at it as on the live charts as well. Yes, sir. If you need more examples of this, I have a ton on the YouTube, right? So, oops. Oh, all right, bro. So make sure you check those out. I drop recordings from the YouTube channel after every call. So make sure you check the FRX funded chat for this recording, and then go ahead and follow the YouTube so you can stay up to date with the recordings just in case you miss a session, right? Awesome, guys. That's how you catch continuation moves, right? Now let's go with the change of character. Let's hit the change of character, right? Let's go ahead. Let's move this up because nothing changes at this point. Let's move this over here, actually. Yeah. All right, we good. All right, it's freezing. We ain't good. Are we good? All right, let's move it this way. My bad, guys. All right. So right now, check me out, guys. We're still looking for buys here, right? Now, this setup, guys, is the violation. When the buy idea that we're looking for, right? We're looking for buys right now because market is in, my mouse froze. Market is in an uptrend, right? But how do we adapt when market conditions change and market starts heading to the downside? How can we catch these opportunities, right? How can we catch these opportunities? I'm going to show you right now, right? I'm going to show you right now. So let's go ahead. We're looking for buys here. Nothing changes yet. Right? Nothing changes yet. So let's go ahead. Market is coming down. Coming to my entry, coming to my entry, doing what it's supposed to do, right? I'm waiting patiently down here. Now let's go ahead. Market is going to continue to make structure on the way down, right? On the way down. Awesome. It now hit my buy zone, right? It now hit my buy zone. So we're looking for buys right now, right? We're still looking for buys. Now look at this, guys. Market puts me into profit. Market puts me into profit. And then what happens? News hits. And then you get a candle that looks like this. And you're like, oh God, what just happened to my account, bro? What just happened to my account? You see these candles where it's like, whoop, you're like, oh shit, bro. Shouldn't have over leveraged. You ever see those candles, bro? These type of candles right here, crazy movements, bro. When I first started trading, woo, crazy. I don't know what those things were. But look at this, guys. So our buy idea is no more. It got clapped, right? Now we have to adapt. Now look at this, guys. Levels will actually let you know. Because when we get a breakout, we'll get a blue arrow. When we get a breakout to the upside, we'll get a blue arrow. And what do we got to do? We match it with the blue box. And then this box right here will actually appear for you. All you have to do is put your stop loss there and your buy opportunity there. Oops, your long tool there. So this will pop up for you and it'll actually tell you it was a break of structure, right? So don't be afraid to use the training wheels, guys. I'm gonna start implementing that a lot because levels actually be hooking it up, right? So boom, we're looking for buys because we got a blue arrow and markets in an uptrend. So boom, we click on it, box appears. Now look at this, guys. When we change character, this is our change of character line right here. All right, we got a bearish change of character. No longer looking for buys. But look, when we get this rally breakout to the downside, all we have to do is follow that rally back up. And levels will actually help you out. And it'll give you a red arrow. And it's telling you, hey, we had a bullish breakout. So, hey, you should look for buys. But, hey, bro, look what just happened. We have a bearish breakout. So now we should start looking for sells. So when you see the red arrow, you click the red box, and then a red box will actually appear for you right here. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense for you. Let me know. If you have any questions, please unmute. Right? Levels will let you know, bro. It'll give you the red arrows. Right? So look, it'll draw a box around your starting point for you. You have to find your stop loss now. So once we find the starting point, let's go ahead and find the highest wick in that area. And we'll use that as the stop. Boom. That's my setup right now. Right? That's my setup. Cool. Oops. I'm looking for sells there now. So now I was looking for buys. This one got clapped. Nothing we can do about that. But as soon as we get this change of character, guys, levels will let me know, hey, we got a brand new breakout and a brand new starting point. So it's already helping you to stay fresh. It's telling you, hey, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So now we're looking at a scenario like this, where I want to enter at that red box. My stop loss is that red line with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward to take sales. So as soon as market wants to go ahead and come back into this red box, guys, I'm looking to take some sales. Let's go ahead and shift the market. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. This is the starting point setup, guys, right? The starting point has its own stop loss. There's two entries that I like to use with this structure, right? When we get higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and a change of character, that gives us a head and shoulder setup, right? My BOS, this is my left shoulder. And this is why I love to mark it up like this, right? The very last BOS before the change of character, this is my left shoulder, right? So there's two setups we can use. We have the starting point setup. We can use this as sells with my stop loss at this high wick, right? Does that make sense for everybody? Give me a 1 if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
What about the buy SP that got violated? What do you mean exactly? Would you be looking to take a break and retest, Maria? Is that what you're asking about? You can, right? You can, right? I know Oren hasn't talked about this in a while, right? This was the buy opportunity, right? So when the market comes back this way, you can take an opportunity if you wish, right? But where am I going to put my stop loss if I'm taking a sell opportunity right here? Well, you're going to put it at the closest high, right? We have a high here. What's confusing you exactly, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see. I'm sure she's trying. When it gets violated. Okay. Let's zoom in real quick. So again, I like to wait till we get this change of character. Right. Once we get this change of character, this buy opportunity is no longer. Right. So even if market comes down here, right? Market comes down here. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Right. I know for me, this is my change of character for sales. So need change of character for sell idea or opportunity. Right. So look, even if this starting point has drawdown and my stop loss is here, I've seen it plenty times where market can hit your stop loss, play around in this area, and then the market heads back up. Right? I've seen it plenty times. So you have to know where your higher high is. Right? You have to know where your higher high is and your higher low is. Right? Higher low. And that your change of character will be your higher low. Now your starting point could be the higher low. Right? If the rally started from here, let's just move this. Right? If the rally started way down here, then the last selling candle in this rally is right here, right? Nothing but green candles. Sometimes it's down here, right? Your starting point. But in this example, the starting point is right here. So I've seen it plenty times where the starting point will sometimes get some drawdown that'll wick you out, and then boom, the market goes in that bullish direction and it takes off. Right. So we have to know. That's why it's so important to know your higher highs and higher lows. Again, the basic videos have a ton of videos in the Powerhouse website. I have a ton of those videos on the YouTube. Make sure you guys do your homework, right? Higher highs and higher lows are very, very important, right? So once that gets clapped, like this already got clapped. Yes, I agree. Stop loss was hit, and then the market reversed, and then ended up just continuing up. There are ways to get back in. Now, Maria, I know you can see this, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, breakout rally. You can see that. Market comes back down, and then we take off. That's how we get back in to plays like this. When you get stop lost, you have to wait for the setup so you can get back in. Does that make sense? That makes sense, Maria? Let me know. Question, do you only need one candle in either direction to call or for it to be a break of structure? It can be one candle, yes. As long as it's clear. Like this is a clear break of structure, right? If you have something that looks like this and it's like all suspect, you're like, oh shit, that's barely a break and close above, bro. I don't know about that one. Right? For those, I would be like, right? But if it's something that looks like this, right? Something that looks like this, oh man, heck yeah, that's a breakout. That's a strong breakout. Does that make sense, Austin? Let me know, bro. Got you. Got you. All right. So now let's take a look. So now the buys definitely got clapped. Definitely got clapped. Boom. For real, for real. Now it's saying, bro, we're not just gonna play with your emotions and just hit your stop loss and then go your way. Nah, we're really gonna start selling off now, right? So we finally get this change of character. Let's see. Which lower time frame do you use for the first change of character? You talking about this one? Whatever time frame you see that set up on, that's what you need to have marked up.
You know how you go down into like a lower time frame
Mm-hmm.
to catch the same setup again?
Like for the buy?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
buy, do you use 1 minute, 5 minute? Like which one do you
I feel more comfortable with the 5 minute.
with the five? Okay.
Yeah, because I've gotten played where we have super small pullbacks on the 1 minute, super small pullbacks on the 1 minute. You get that change of character, now you're thinking buys, right? But it just making better structure. So I end up taking a clap right here, right? Took a loss, market goes a little lower. And now all these 1 minute candles have now begun to form a 5 minute pullback. This is what I've been realizing for myself, right? These
Okay.
these small pullbacks on the 1 minute, and then you finally get this change of character on the 1 minute, and you're thinking buys right here, and then it goes a little lower, and now everything that was formed right here, this little U, that's the 5 minute shoulder. So as soon as we now break and close above that, I'm now looking to start taking some buys. So we finally get this little BOS to the downside right there. So I realized on the 1 minute, I've been getting caught in some of these plays right here getting clapped. So I like to wait for at least the 5. Right. So once
Okay.
break structure to the downside and we get that change of character, we can now start looking for some buy opportunities.
Okay, perfect. Because I noticed the same thing. There will be too many on the
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yeah. It's almost better. Like on the lower time frames, these small pullbacks, I feel like they're not they don't hold much weight like it does on the 1 hour, 4 hour, or daily. Like the very small pullback, the one candle type pullbacks or 2 candle type pullbacks on higher time frames. Those hold more weight, right? They hold structure. But on the 1 minute, those things end up getting clapped, and you actually want to see a bit of consolidation and then a breakout. Because when you see a bit of consolidation, now this is now higher time frame, at least one time frame up, consolidation too. So now you have 2 time frames with the similar consolidation. So when you get this breakout, I should have went to the downside actually. Let's see. So when you get this breakout and it actually reverses, oops, what am I doing right now? And it actually reverses, you're like, okay, I just had to wait a bit longer, right? And this is why I love levels, because it'll actually let you know on the 5 minute as well, right? So super solid. Now check me out. This is still for Maria. So look, we have the violation, right? We know that we're no longer looking for buys, but if you're looking to take a break and retest on the buy violation, well, you're gonna enter here, but where do we put our stop loss? We're gonna put it on the closest pullback. So we have the high here, right? We have a pullback here, and then a pullback right here. So you would use this as your stop loss and continue down. Does that make sense? I mean, the dominant stop loss will always be the high, but then you're risking so many pips, right? Then it's not even worth it. So you would put it at your closest high. Does that make sense, Maria? Awesome. Right. But for me, I like to rinse and repeat, right? I like to rinse and repeat. I was looking for buys here, and it did give me a little reaction, right? Gave me a little reaction, and then we got clapped. So I like to rinse and repeat. You know what? Buys no longer in order, but let's start looking for these sales. So once we go ahead and we get this rally breakout to the downside and we find the starting point, I'm just going to go ahead and stay fresh with the brand new starting point that was just created, right? That's what I like to do. And my stop loss, it stays the same for the starting point. My entry gets a bit higher. Does that make sense? Let me know, Maria. Does that make sense, guys? So for me, I just like to rinse and repeat. right? This one got clapped, right? Nothing we can do about that one, right? Got clapped, boo-hoo, right? Now that we get this change of character, let's just stay fresh. Now we're waiting for this one right here. Let's actually change that to the other side. Now we're waiting for this one right here. Wow. So is it smart to look for a buy and then transition into a sell, or start with one to see what market does? Well, you're following the trend first, Austin, right? So if the market is continuing with buys, right, we want to go ahead and catch buys, right? But as soon as market actually changes character, buys are no longer in order, let's start looking for sells. Does that make sense? So we always follow the trend first, and then when we get disrespected, then we go the other way. Awesome. So this, again, this is the starting point, stop loss. Now for the vets that have been here for a while, you guys know we like head and shoulders as well. Again, your BOS is going to be your left shoulder, right? This is your left shoulder. And then this would be your entry right here. If you like head and shoulders, I like head and shoulders, right? This is your entry. So let's go ahead. My shoulders are always gray, and my starting points are always blue or red, right? But now the stop loss for the head and shoulder, right? It's not right here. This is for the starting point, right? That stop loss is for this candle right here. Now the stop loss for the left shoulder is actually the high. It's the high way up here. So even though, let's go ahead and actually like shrink this up a little bit, because this thing is huge. Boom. We'll do it like this. That's fine. Right? My stop loss for the shoulder guys is always going to be the high. Yes, I give the market a little bit more room to play with, and the setup is still 1 to 3 risk to reward. So as soon as the market wants to come back and hop in this area, boom, I'm already in. Now I'm expecting the market to go my way and continue down. Does that make sense, guys? I know for those who are new, this may be, obviously a little much, but I didn't want to go too in depth for some of you guys' first calls, right? You guys will slowly learn and start to see this, and especially when we start breaking down the charts, you guys will start to see this as well.
Question.
What's good?
It's like a lot more for everyone who just joined. But however, how do you choose how and where to place you to place your entry at?
How do I know where to place my entry?
Yeah, like look at I like I like first a, 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 a touch, or like in the middle of the zone, or like at the end of the zone.
All right. So for me, I know I tell you guys, right? This whole zone is a buy zone. Yes, very good question. But I only like to enter at the first touch, right? So as soon as market touches, guys, I'm in there. I like to enter as soon as the market touches, right? I don't care about drawdown. I don't care. I leverage correctly. I calculated my trade. I know exactly what I'm going to lose if I take a loss. So as soon as the market touches, I'm in right here, right? And then I want the market to drop, right? So this is me. I have a wider stop loss, and that's okay. It's still 1 to 3 at the end of the day, right? Does that make sense? Now you can also enter at the 50%. So then you have something that looks like this. your stop loss is at the high, you enter at the 50. So now, boom, I'm in there and I want the market to go my way. I
Okay.
never really enter at the high right here,
Okay.
right? I never enter there. I'm not saying you can't, but you may miss some trades trying to go for the highest of the high zone. You know what I'm saying? You may miss
Yeah.
some trades. So for me, I want to be in. I don't want to be missed. I want to be in. So as soon as it touches, boom, I'm in there. Now I know it looks like Abel's first touch. I know Daniel's first touch. I'm
Yeah.
first touch.
My first too.
Josue's first touch. I want to be in as soon as it touches my zone. Now
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
No,
Krista. I know Krista. She's the 50%, right? Miguel 50%.
Miguel. Yeah.
I think Long 50%, right? So I'm not telling you to buy at both of them, everybody. I want you to buy or sell at one of them. Pick one, right? Stay consistent with either the first touch or the 50%. Because what we don't want, guys, is just entering. I'm in three trades and market hasn't even gone my way yet. I never want to stack in the negative. I always want to stack in the positive. Does that make sense, guys? Right. So I never want to keep stacking in the negative, always into the positive. Right. And how do I know which one I can do more? Well, you're gonna have to back test your pair. Like if you aren't back testing, then I don't really know what to tell you guys, right? We have a goat who runs our back testing calls, Neri the Goat, right? Every Saturday. Y'all definitely should hop on. She's gonna teach you guys how to back test. But you guys have to back test your pairs and look at what your pair likes to do, right? Every pair has its own little attitude and toxicity and things like that. You have to mark up your pairs, right? Does that make sense? Now, this goes with the starting point as well. Starting point, right? I'm still first touch gang. I'm still the first touch gang. And then you can enter at that 50 if you like. And our stop losses are the same. Minimum 1 to 3. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Let's go. Awesome. Let's go look at some setups, guys. Let's go take a look at some setups. Now, what pair do you guys want to look at? Let's take a look. We're going to go on lower time frame just so we can mess with the blue and red box. What do you guys want to look at? Let's mess around today. USD CAD. Let's go to New York, USD CAD. Yeah, my computer is working overdrive right now, man. Sheesh. This is a good point right here as well. Right? USD CAD had a crazy drop. My computer's freezing. USD CAD has had a crazy drop, right? Crazy drop. Market continued dropping. So look, check this out, guys. We can see here that market gave us a red arrow. These small things, yeah, they're super, super small. When it's like this, you have to zoom in just to see the arrow, right? Which I appreciate because I don't want big ass arrows all over my charts personally, right? But look, check this out. What is that? Bitcoin. Oh, that looks pretty clean, bro. We break and close below right here. Now look, that's a break, one candle break and close below. Now, if I press red box, boom, levels is letting me know I actually got a break and close. And it's highlighting this candle for me already. So let's go ahead, mark this up. And look at that, guys. This is why I'm always first touch gang. Look at this. As soon as we break out, let's put this back. As soon as we break out and get a BOS to the downside, let's go ahead and mark that up, BOS. Check that out. First touch. You're in there right away. Boom. My stop loss is either most likely right here. That's the highest in that area. That's the safest one. If you want it tight, you can put it above the starting point. But I'm always someone who likes looser stop loss. Minimum, guys, we break even. Minimum, right? It hits 1 to 1. And you're break even already. Well, let's go ahead. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. We already took profit on some of our trades, right? We take partial at 1 to 2. So not only are we at break even already, but we already took money off the playing field, right? So it already hit. And then it came back for more. And then it came back for more, which is crazy work. But look, notice this. We actually get a break of structure again, right? We have a BOS, market lets us know. Not only that, levels lets us know with an arrow. So let's go ahead. Market's letting us know right now. Now, look at this, guys. My breakout is this these red candles right here. That's the rally. So now my updated starting point is this last buying candle right here. So look at this, guys. Check this out. We know that this is my lower low, and lower high. We drop and close lower, and then what happens, guys? We break and close above our sell setup, giving us a change of character. We got a bullish change of character. Not only that, guys, let's go ahead and delete this, right? Let's delete this too and stay fresh. Not only that, guys, look at this. Do you guys see a blue arrow? Yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, everybody should see a blue arrow, unless you're colorblind. But I believe we have some. And that's not. I'm not trying to make a joke. I believe we have some different colors in here. That way, it can help you, right? But other than that, guys, we have a blue arrow. They're only red and blue. I'm gonna have to talk to Oren about that. But we have a blue arrow here, right? So it's letting me know, boom, this is my rally breakout. And if I press blue box and match that, levels are going to let me know. We broke and closed above. Now we can see it's this one here, right? But it's also letting me know, hey, we broke and closed above this as well. So look, it's boxing up my starting point for me. So let's go ahead and box that up. Now this is my buying starting point, right? Again, I was looking for sell continuations. We got violated, right? This one was a loss. It's okay. You take your loss like a boss, and then we stay fresh, right? Boom. This is my starting point. Now look, where's my stop loss, guys? Where should my stop loss be at? Who wants to annotate? Now, again, this is a bigger stop loss. So maybe yes, your stop loss is here. Now, again, this may be a big stop loss for most, and I agree. This is pretty big. That's not even that bad, to be honest. We're just zoomed in. That's 28 pips. So 1 to 3 is right around here. And we can see it's actually on the way up right now. Okay, cool. I'll get to that at the end, bro. Just remind me before I hang up, and when I start ending the call, remind me if I forget, bro. So this is already in profit, right? We hit 1 to 1 right here. We should already be at break even, right? Not only that, we're at 1 to 2. We should have already took some profit, partialed out, right? So not only we're at 1 to 2, partialed out, we're at break even. The market's up right now, right? Market is up. But look at this, guys. I agree that's kind of a big stop loss. I agree. It's kind of wide, it's not the most desirable stop loss in the world. But look, guys, this is why I love drawing and marking up the charts. Because look at this, guys. Let's zoom in right here. Let's zoom in. Right? Look at how the market is pulling back, making structure on the way down to my zone. And again, look at how the market is giving me this red arrow. It's telling me we had a BOS, right? BOS. But look, we're not looking for buys right now, or sells right now, because we got violated with sells right here. So if you see a red arrow telling me to sell after change of character, just know that's the starting point we need to get clapped. Some starting points need to get clapped, guys. We have bearish break of structure, bearish break of structure, bearish break of structure. So now we need for market to break and close above here. Boom, and it does. We get that change of character to the upside. Now, levels isn't going to call every starting point, right? Because look, we actually get a break of structure here, which makes this selling candle a starting point. But these aren't the ones we're looking for, right? This just confirms markets coming my way. We have a bearish break of structure here. This is my starting point. It's respecting structure very, very nicely, right? But look, this is the very last starting point right here. And levels is letting me know, right? And again, we're not even looking to take sales. We want this to get absolutely clapped, right? Now, look, notice how we break and close above. We break and close above. Would you guys call that a breakout rally? Yes or no? Did it break and close above this black line?
Absolutely.
Yes. So look at this. This is my starting point right here. Now I should have a blue arrow right here because we did change character. Right? So this arrow should definitely be blue. Right? So my starting point is now this one. Boom. And my stop loss is the low. Yeah, I had some drawdown, but market definitely went my way. Right? Market had some drawdown, and still, I'm still the first touch gang. Y'all can do 50% if you guys want to. But me, I'm holding this drawdown like a boss, like a boss. Boom. So now, instead of having this big ass stop loss, I would prefer to use this setup here, right? Lower low, this is my shoulder. Lower high, lower low, this is my head. The change of character, we have a right shoulder move right here as well to send that thing right back up. Crazy move, right? We could have used the starting point. Let's go ahead and go back in real quick. This is the starting point move, right? Now, again, we like to use head and shoulders. So notice we have lower low. This is my shoulder. Lower high, lower low. This is the head. And then boom, as soon as we change character, you guys can almost see the head and shoulder, right? This would be my buy zone right here. Super clean. That's clean in my opinion. I mean, that's super fire. That's super, super fire. And the market just continues to do its thing. Continues to do its thing. So look at this, guys. I'm gonna just break down USD CAD real quick. Oh yeah, TP definitely smacked. I'm gonna break down USD CAD because it's looking like clean market structure. Let's delete this, delete this, delete this. We'll keep this here. We'll keep this here, knowing that was the starting point buy. Now look, once we change character, right? This was a dub. Let's focus on that. That was a dub for sure. Right now, look at this. Once we change character, now we're in an uptrend. You see how we went from going down? Market was heading down. Market was heading down. And then as soon as we change character, look at market start to go ahead and take off. Taking off. We have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right now, look, let's go ahead and dive into this market structure because honestly, it's very clean. Now check this out. We can see right here, we have a BOS of the upside. Now this must have happened over the weekend because if you guys know anything about candle open and closing, right, the opens and the closing of a candle. Let's go ahead. We'll zoom in. With the red candles, they open on the top. And when they drop, they close at the bottom. Does that make sense? Red candles, they open at the top and close at the bottom. Buying candles, they open at the bottom and close at the top. So look at this. This must have been over the weekend. All right, this must have been over the weekend because market opened up here and came back down. This was just a failed opportunity. It never came back down to this area. And then market took off again, right? And it was letting me know we have a break of structure. Market broke it to the upside. Oops. So now we had a starting point right here. And that one had some trouble, but it ended up holding the zone and then continuing up. And then what happens? Another break of structure to the upside. So where's my starting point? Levels is letting me know we have a breakout rally. My starting point right here. Right here. And market's chilling right here right now. So right now, this would be the closest buy opportunity with USD CAD. Boom. Closest buy opportunity. Now, if we get a new breakout, like if market breaks out from here, boom, well, there'll be a starting point here so we can go ahead and take it back up. But as of right now, I'm chilling. I'm waiting for market to come down to this area so we can continue back up. So this is pretty nice. Just waiting for market to do its thing. Right. Let's see. Okay, let's look at these trades real quick. If you have time, can you take a look at this setup? Here's what it looks like on the 1 hour. I couldn't fit it on the 5 minute. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So I'm seeing this. I do see this. Now, can I zoom in here? What is this? Oil on the 1 hour. Let's go to oil on the 1 hour. I was talking about oil on Friday. That call was messy, bro. It was too hot. It was crazy. It was crazy. Now, I know you had a 5 minute starting point, and I'm sure there is a 5 minute starting point down there, right? So let's go down there and take a look. Look, levels is even letting you know. Blue arrow. And we had a break of structure right here, right? Blue arrow, which means this right here is my 5 minute starting point. Is that what you have? I mean, I'm guessing that's it right there. Now, when we go back up to the higher time frame, look at this. Look at this. We break structure here too. So look at and don't forget, we have a blue arrow. So we have the 5 minute and the 1 hour telling us to look for buys. Now I don't know if it'll go back this far. Now this whole red candle is a buy opportunity, right? And look, we tap in and we're in profit right now. We're in profit. That's a small move. We were looking for much larger moves, right? And I told you guys on Friday, I am interested in buys here, but it has to change character in order for us to continue looking and enter with heavier lots, right? We sweep liquidity with this wick. Now I need for market to change character. This is the ugly looking head and shoulder, and I don't think it's going to hold, to be honest, because look at what's happening right here. Consolidation, this is my shoulder. Now this low wick that came into my buy zone, that's the head. And then we need market to change character to start looking for new buys. Right. But as of right now, it is not looking too hot. And market's not really doing much. It's not really, it's heading downward, consolidating, right? So again, we could still hold this area. If we can drop lower with the breakout and then change character, we can possibly look for new buys, because now we would have a breakout here. Our change of character line would be somewhere right here. So we would need the rally breakout. So it's yet to give us the confirmations that we need in order to look for more buys, right? And also what I wanted to say is, again, because you guys go to lower time frames and you try to tighten up your entries with something like this, right? Sometimes you miss opportunities. Just a heads up, right? If you can see it on the 5 minute, maybe go to the 15 or 1 hour to see if you can actually stretch that out. Instead of having a tight zone, go to the 5 or the 15 and a 1 hour to see if you can have something like this. And now you have an opportunity to get in just in case market does wick, right? Just in case market does wick with the fast one and then takes off, you are in, right? You are in. Does that make sense, bro? Just something to keep in mind. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. Yep, got you, bro. I told you guys on Friday I'm pretty interested in sales as well, just because I'm liking, if I'm not mistaken, there's buys down here that I'm looking at. Let's go to the weekly. Hold on, this isn't, never mind. What is it? What am I looking at? Okay, yeah. Let me zoom out. Notice how we have a break of structure to the downside, and then we change character, right? So levels letting me know, yo, I got a blue arrow right here. Yo, Vin, I got a blue arrow right here, bro. All right, cool, bet. Thanks for having my back, levels. That's a starting point. Now, we all know once we get a BOS to the downside and then change character, this is my shoulder, right? So I have a head and shoulder and the starting point waiting for me down there. All this consolidation is my shoulder. Now, when we drop low, this becomes the head, and then we change character. So I need for market to come back down here, give me a right shoulder, touch my starting point, and we can take off and look for more buys, right? So I don't mind if the market actually sells off and gives me, what I'm looking for, really. If we can break and close below here, this gives me way better confidence, right? Because let's zoom in. We have lower low, lower high. Now, if we can break and close below lower, we could look for a brand new starting point and head this send this market down. Does that make sense? So as of right now, this zone is holding up, right? The zone is holding up, right? It's looking ugly right now, but if we have something that looks like this and we change character, well, then buys are still in order, right? They'll leave that zone down there for later, right? So right now, I'm looking for a rally breakout. Let's find that starting point and send it back down. So we could have something that looks like this. Look for some sells now. Does that make sense, bro? And I'm also looking for sells up here, if we can get that. I'm liking the structure up there, to be real. I'm liking the structure that was given right here. I mean, it's pretty clean in my opinion, right? I see you had the sells there too. We had a break of structure to the upside, right? BOS, and then what happens? We change character, right? So we have a breakout rally right here. We have a selling starting point. This is my last buying candle before the rally breakout. Not only that, we have a shoulder right here. So we have higher high, which is my shoulder, higher low, higher high, which is my head, change of character. And then we're literally creating trend line liquidity as well as we speak, right? So keep that in mind, right? We can still hold up right here. We can still hold up, create more trend line, take this out, and head back up, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, bro. Let's see. Let's take a look. USD JPY, you had said. I just wanted to say that I have just over 3 months trading. I was watching you on YouTube this morning. I applied this skill today and made over 800 so far. Thank you, Vinny. Thanks, Hector. I appreciate you for putting in the work, bro. You know, you putting in time in, you studying and taking notes. It's only fair that, you know, you start to reap the fruits of your labor, bro. So shout out to you for staying consistent, man. Good job, bro. Good shit. I'm proud of you. Happy for you, man. Let's go to USD JPY. Let's go, bro. That's good. I'm happy for you, big dog. That's fire. That's too fire. USD JPY. We talked about this on Friday too, I believe. Right. So we're on the weekly right now. So let's take a look. Right. Weekly look real quick. We have a break of structure to the upside. Let's see. And actually my last selling candle before the breakout is right here, right? So that was actually taken already. Fire setup. Snipe. First touch gang, baby. I'm sorry. First touch all day, right? And then boom, we get, that should be blue actually. BOS, and then we got to break a structure right here as well. First touch gang, bro. I'm telling you, y'all better just leverage correctly, bro, and get in there. Okay, so now look, we have a break of structure to the upside, right? Now this market structure looking a little funky, but that's okay, right? We know the yens are very, very bullish right now. So let's just ride the buys, right? Guys, if this is my higher high here, right? This is my highest point. This is my higher high. Where's my higher low at, guys? Let's see. Where's my higher low? Let me zoom out just a little bit. Where should I put my higher low at, guys? Does anybody want to be wrong? It's okay to be wrong. If you don't know, that's fine. I know a couple of you vets, you're just like, I don't know, bro. I'm cool right now. I'm cool. All right, let's see. I'm gonna call on somebody. Oh, she's gonna be mad at me, but it's okay. Teresa, is you active right now?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Okay, look. So check me out. We have a nasty rally breakout. Now this right here will be my higher high. Now, how far does this candle go? How far does it go? Can you annotate right now or no?
Yeah,
Okay, tell me how far this red candle goes. If you can draw on it. Where's that wick at?
right here.
Well, this is the high, but when it drops down, how far does it go? How far does that candle go?
Right here.
Down here, right? So this would be my higher high. Now look how far this candle goes. Drop. This is my higher low. And then we create new higher highs. So go ahead. If you can delete those red circles for me, I'd appreciate it. I appreciate you. Higher low. Right? So now look, my change of character line, guys. My change of character line has to be right here. On the weekly time frame. Need change of character for sell up. Oh, snap. Boom. So now look, even if the market wants to go ahead, and, you know, play below that red zone or that blue zone, I'm sorry. Even if it wants to go ahead and play below this for a little bit, right? I'm not looking for real sales, long-term sales, unless the market actually breaks and closes below here, right? Let it do what it has to do. Let it fake out people. Sometimes we get gotten that too, guys, right? But once it changes character, boom, we're looking for buys, right? Now, this whole red candle on the weekly is my buy zone. That's my starting point. So now let's go ahead to the daily. Now we can see that the daily starting point is actually this right here, this red candle right here. So let's go ahead and shift that over a little bit. Boom. So it already touched, right? It already touched, but it could still drop lower, right? It could still drop lower. We have lower low, pull back, market drops lower. Let's change character. Let's start looking for more buys, right? Let's drop to the 4 hour. Let's see. All right, so we have liquidity sweep that happened here, and my higher high is right here. Excuse me. So right now we have lower low, lower high, liquidity sweep. It already it touched it, right? First touch gang, bam. Now, if the market breaks and closes above this black line, let's continue to look for more buys, because right now yens are super, super bullish, bro. Super bullish. So I'm just gonna ride the trend, ride the buys. Does that make sense, guys? Not only that, I mean, market left us pretty much equal high liquidity right here. So that's not bad either. Continue with that trend. Make sense, guys? Let me know. Awesome. Hey, come here, buddy. You guys have any questions before we end the call? I spent a little time over just because I know we spent time for the newer individuals with the examples, and I wanted to make sure they have good examples for their notes, so it is what it is, guys. But do you guys have any questions? Any questions before we end off for the night? Let me know, guys. Let me know. Do you have good videos over harmonics on your YouTube? I don't have much videos of harmonics, to be honest. But if that's something that you're interested in, bro, we can go ahead and run that maybe on Friday or maybe next week, because harmonics is actually pretty dope. And I like to still use levels for confirmation. Not only that, harmonics and levels, like you can actually copy and paste the harmonic setup and paste it into levels. So you could actually use levels for double confirmation. So it's pretty lit, actually. We just don't really cover that topic here. But yeah, we can go ahead and take a look at that, bro. I don't mind. I'm sure everybody else won't mind, because honestly, harmonics is pretty lit, guys. The products, they do work. And if you know what you're doing on the charts and you can have double confirmation with that, it's even better, guys. I mean, I was looking at the the DCX harmonics, and that thing clapped this whole month. I took a look at it and I jot down the wins and losses throughout the month, and I mean, you're up if you're taking those trades. So I don't mind taking a look at it. Maybe we can do that for Friday, if you guys don't mind. So we can go ahead and do that. But any questions today, guys, before we end the night? Are we good? Bet, guys. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and end the recording real quick. Let's see. I already end the recording? Dang, did I even record? Real question. I know it's way up here.